Emma Torres was a digital dream. She was 22, vibrant, and on the cusp of TikTok stardom. Her infectious laugh and quirky dance routines drew millions of followers into her world. Emma shared her life openly, her videos a montage of late-night snacks, silly pranks with friends, and glimpses into her daily routines. She felt like everyone's best friend. Her life was an open book, or so it seemed. Emma's content was always upbeat, a kaleidoscope of color and lighthearted fun. She had a knack for turning the mundane into the comical, finding humor in spilled coffee and traffic jams. Her genuine warmth resonated with her followers. They left heartfelt comments, sent virtual gifts, and eagerly awaited her next post. Emma was on the brink of something big, her infectious energy poised to catapult her to even greater heights. Then, silence. Emma vanished. Her once regular posting schedule went abruptly quiet. Days stretched into a week, then two, with no word from the online star. Concern morphed into fear as her worried followers flooded her comment sections with questions and pleas for her safe return. Where was Emma Torres? Her last video, posted just days before her disappearance, was unsettlingly different. Gone were the bright smiles and playful antics. It was a simple video, just Emma sitting on her bed, her face obscured by shadows. Her voice, normally bubbly and full of life, was hushed, almost a whisper. "I think someone's watching me," she confessed, her eyes darting nervously around the room. The disappearance of Emma Torres sent shockwaves through the internet. Her name became a trending topic overnight, her smiling face plastered across news websites and social media feeds. The digital community that had embraced her so warmly now grappled with her unsettling absence. Speculation ran rampant, theories swirling like wildfire through the online ether. Had she simply decided to take a break from the pressures of online fame? Or had something more sinister transpired? The police launched an investigation, but leads were scarce. Emma's apartment offered no clues, her belongings untouched. Friends and family were baffled, left clinging to the hope that she would soon resurface. Her disappearance revealed as an elaborate hoax or a much-needed digital detox. But as days turned into weeks, the hope began to dwindle. The internet, however, refused to let go. A global community of amateur sleuths emerged, determined to find Emma and piece together the puzzle of her vanishing. They scoured her videos, analyzing every frame for clues. They dissected her social media posts, searching for hidden messages or telltale signs. The digital world, once a source of amusement and connection, had transformed into a hunting ground for answers. These digital detectives were a motley crew, united by their concern for Emma and their fascination with the mystery surrounding her disappearance. There were tech-savvy teenagers, stay-at-home moms with a knack for spotting inconsistencies, and retired detectives looking for one last case to crack. They convened on Reddit forums and Discord servers, sharing their findings and speculating wildly about Emma's fate. The internet had become a vast, decentralized investigation agency, fueled by collective curiosity and the desperate hope of finding Emma Torres. The online investigators unearthed a connection between Emma and a former neighbor, a man named David, who had a history of harassing women online. He had moved away months ago, but his digital footprint remained. The sleuths discovered a blog where David wrote disturbingly detailed fictional stories about stalking and imprisoning women. The stories were chillingly similar to the experiences Emma had described in her forum posts. The discovery of David's blog sent a collective shiver down the spines of the online investigators. Could this be the break they had been waiting for? Had they found Emma's stalker? The police were immediately alerted, and a warrant was issued for David's arrest. However, David was nowhere to be found. He had vanished, leaving behind a trail of digital breadcrumbs and a growing sense of dread. The investigation into David's past revealed a history of obsessive behavior and a pattern of preying on vulnerable women. He was a ghost, flitting from town to town, leaving a trail of broken hearts and shattered lives in his wake. The digital detectives, once a ragtag group of internet sleuths, had stumbled upon a real-life monster. Then came a breakthrough, a discovery that sent chills down the spines of even the most hardened investigators. One of the amateur sleuths, a sound engineer, decided to run Emma's last video through audio editing software. He reversed the audio, a common technique used to uncover hidden messages in music. The result was bone-chilling. Instead of Emma's hushed whisper, a deep voice filled the speakers. "You can't hide forever, Emma," it hissed. "I know where you are." The reversed audio was clear, crisp, and undeniably menacing. It was a message from her captor, a chilling reminder that he was always one step ahead. The discovery of the reversed message sent a shockwave through the online community. It was a chilling confirmation that Emma was in danger, held captive by someone who enjoyed toying with her and her followers. The message was quickly analyzed, experts poring over every syllable for clues to Emma's whereabouts, or the identity of her captor. Hidden within the reversed audio was a faint background noise, a rhythmic clanging that sounded like the automated gate of a storage facility. The sleuths analyzed the sound, comparing it to recordings of various storage facilities in the area. They found a match. Unit 217 at Safekeep Storage, located just outside of town. The police obtained a warrant and descended upon the storage unit, their every move watched by a global audience holding its breath. The air was thick with anticipation as the police forced open the metal door of Unit 217. Inside, they found a scene straight out of a nightmare. The small space was sparsely furnished, with only a mattress on the floor and a single flickering light bulb illuminating the darkness. The walls were covered in photos of Emma, her smiling face staring back at them with haunting familiarity. And then they saw it. In the corner of the storage unit, a laptop sat open, its screen glowing ominously in the dim light. As a police officer moved closer, the laptop flickered to life, revealing a live feed of a room. It was Emma's bedroom. But how? The police had already searched her apartment, and then a figure moved into view on the screen. It was Emma. She was alive. Emma was thinner, her eyes red-rimmed and filled with a mixture of fear and defiance. She was sitting on her bed, her movements restricted by restraints binding her wrists and ankles. The room was dimly lit, the curtains drawn tight, casting long shadows that danced across the walls. For a moment there was silence, a collective gasp of relief and disbelief rippling through the online community watching the live feed. Then, Emma spoke, her voice barely a whisper. "He's watching," she said, her eyes darting nervously towards something off-screen. "He knows you're here." The words hung in the air, heavy with unspoken meaning. Who was he, and how had he managed to stay one step ahead of the investigation? The discovery of the live feed sent shockwaves around the world. Emma Torres was alive, but her ordeal was far from over. The police raced to locate the source of the live stream, their every move followed by a global audience on the edge of their seats. But it was too late. The feed went dead, plunging Emma's fate back into uncertainty. Who was holding Emma captive? Was it David, the former neighbor with the disturbing online presence? Or was it someone else entirely, someone lurking in the shadows, manipulating the investigation from the start? The questions lingered, unanswered, fueling endless speculation and debate in the online world that had become so invested in Emma's story. The disappearance of Emma Torres became a chilling reminder of the dark side of online fame, where adoration and obsession can collide with terrifying consequences. It was a story that captivated the world, a digital mystery that transcended the confines of the internet and spilled over into the real world, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a haunting sense of unease. Where was Emma Torres? And would she ever truly be free?